So our assignment is about talking about our lollipop moments. So I thought I would share with you about the experience that I had and who did that for me. So I came to this country in 1983, and I still remember November 18th. And I was so nervous. It was my freshman year in high school at Wilson High School in Los Angeles. And I still remember my high school counselor. Her name was Jeannie Gordon. And she was the one who really encouraged me. Even though I didn't know what I was doing, I had no clue about the American educational system, and she would check on me every now and then. So she was the person for me. And interestingly, I actually contacted her 5 years ago. I was just thinking about her, and she actually remembered me. She remembered me and my other brother, and I told her I was working as a counselor at the community college setting, so she just retired. So that was my lollipop.
So did it make you feel better that she remembered you and kind of instill it back for you?
Yeah, and actually there was a part that I didn't share with you. Our house actually burned down when I was in high school, and she was very helpful to me.
Oh, wow.
So she was a mentor.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. And how about you? What was your lollipop moment?
Mine's not as sentimental as yours. So when I finished, I decided to get out of public accounting back around 1992, and I decided I wanted to teach accounting because I felt like I was just really good at helping people learn accounting. So I had applied for a job. I lived in Sacramento, and it was part of the Los Rios Community College District, and I met a dean at Casumas River College, and her name was Janice Caston. And so she called me in and interviewed me, and she gave me some advice. She said, well, Rachelle, you don't have a master's degree, and you don't have any teaching experience, but I can see you're really passionate about wanting to do this. So she said, you need to go back to school if this is what you want to do, and you need to get some experience. So I was just very excited about the fact that I could do this. So at that point, I was like, where am I going to go and get experience? So I left my permanent job and started teaching at a vocational business college. And I taught math and I taught business. It was more like a high school than it was a college because they were day-long classes, and I got my experience. And then I contacted her back, and then I went back to school and got my MBA from Sac State. And I contacted her back, and she remembered me, and she hired me to be an adjunct. And then from there, I was a frequent flyer. I taught at 4 or 5 different schools, and I've been teaching business and accounting ever since.
So I think that's such a cool part that she actually followed through and she took care of you.
Yes.
After you finished your degree.
So no, that's how I ended up here.
Okay.
To be honest with you.
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. Okay, so now we're going to talk about our lollipop moments where we were the givers.
Yes.
And so this one's really exciting for me, and I'm going to stay with the teaching theme. So I teach online accounting and business courses, and I have for a lot of years. I'm just strictly online now. So I don't have the opportunity to really visualize my students. When we talk, it's online and via email. I never see their faces necessarily. So probably it was about 2 years ago, I had a student contact me back, and she had finished with my classes at Palomar where I was teaching, and she'd gone on to CSU Long Beach, and she had actually she was working on getting her CPA license, and she contacted me back via email just to tell me that she had made it, and that it was my class that made her realize that she wanted to be a CPA, and it just gave me goosebumps because you never really realize if you're touching everybody and how they're gonna. A lot of people take my classes because it's required for the business major, and so it just made me feel really good that I was able to help students even as a distance education instructor and help them.
That's huge because I dropped out of accounting.
I could have helped you. I make accounting fun.
No, that's really cool. So my story is, I was trying to think of what I remember that was really impactful. And sometimes you go about your day and you're thinking, oh, I'm just doing my job. I'm doing things the way I normally do things, right? And so I remember taking a student, helping her during drop-in. And we met several times, but it wasn't like a regimented scheduled thing. She would just come see me during drop-in, and during that period of time she would share about, yeah, she's in a tough situation in her marriage. There was some abuse going on and with schooling, and I made sure, okay, are you safe, all that good stuff. The weirdest thing happened is she graduated. I never heard that. Everything was great. And one day, somebody came to the counseling office and said, they're requesting to meet with me, and I'm really embarrassed. I don't remember the student's name. I go out there, and she's holding a baby. And she introduced me to her new husband. And she actually named her daughter Ailene.
Oh, wow.
Ailene, which I kind of really felt bad for the baby because I never really liked my name and I never really liked the spelling of it. So I just turned beet red, and I remember I shed a few tears. So that was a pretty awesome moment for me.
That is great.
Yeah.
That is great. Thank you for sharing with me.
Well, thank you. It's been a fun project.
Yes, it has. Great.